This is Bob Young again, continuing our good news of 1939. Now Maxwell House takes great pleasure in bringing you Charles Dickens' immortal story, A Christmas Carol, as produced by Joseph L. Mankiewicz into a glorious MGM picture. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lionel Barrymore.
Tonight we honor Christmas in presenting an immortal story by Charles Dickens. A story which Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer has faithfully transcribed into a beautiful and inspiring picture, A Christmas Carol. I'm happy tonight to be able to introduce one of America's truly great actors, Reginald Owen, playing the role he so magnificently brings to the screen, Ebenezer Scrooge. With him, Gene Lockhart, a beloved actor, a great personality, who so perfectly plays Bob Cratchit, his charming wife, Kathleen Lockhart, who plays Mrs. Cratchit, and Anne Rutherford, Ronald Sinclair, with a fine cast of players who so ably support them in bringing to the screen a great picture. Now, let's look back to the London of over a century ago. As Dickens tells us, there was once a man named Ebenezer Scrooge who scoffed at the idea of Christmas. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, was Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, covetous old sinner. A hated man in a dingy little office in London's Threadneedle Street, whose partner, Jacob Marley, had died some 7 years past, and whose only employee is Bob Cratchit, an abused fellow frightened of his master. It's Christmas Eve. Cratchit, thinking of the Christmas he's going to prepare for his 6 young children, anxiously watches the clock as it ticks past its closing time. Scrooge, sharp, cold, hard old man that he is, comes out of his office and creeps up behind Cratchit. Watching, Scrooge speaks.
Ah, you keep close watch on the closing hour, Cratchit.
It's half past the hour, sir.
Then close up. Close up.
Thank you, sir.
Don't work overtime. You might make something of yourself. You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
It's quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I were to stop a half-a-crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'd be bound.
It's only once a year, sir.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier next morning.
Oh, yes, sir.
Then be off.
A Merry Christmas, sir.
Humbug. Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older, not an hour richer. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Well, what are you waiting for?
My wages, sir, they fall due today.
Can't wait to spend them, eh? There.
Thank you, sir.
Good day.
Bob Cratchit jogs up Threadneedle Street, greeting friends and strangers alike with a jolly smile and a cheery Merry Christmas. Rounding a corner, he suddenly runs into a barrage of snowballs. One of these, better aimed than the others, knocks the hat from Bob Cratchit's head. Looking around, Bob sees a gang of urchins scurrying away. He runs after them and catches them.
I say, here now.
I say, sorry, Governor, we are sorry. Really, we are.
I know that, but just because a fellow wears a hat, that doesn't mean he can't throw a snowball. Now watch. This is the way to make a real snowball. You take the snow into your bare hands like this,
yes?
And then you crunch it together.
Look, Governor, coming down the street, a bloomin' topper.
Huh?
See if you can knock it off.
Right you are. Here, give me room. Now then, 1, 2, 3.
Good God, bullseye, Johnny.
Oh, it was nothing. It was nothing at all.
I said it.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I'm sorry, Master. I had no idea it was you. No idea at all, truly, Master.
No doubt this is your idea of a Christmas joke.
I'll get your hat, sir.
It's ruined. Cratchit, I told you before that I could find a man more capable than yourself. I need say no more.
I'm back, sir?
Exactly.
But in my paper, sir, it says that I must have a week's notice.
Your week's salary will recompense me for the price of a new hat. No. But this hat costs 16 6, and your salary is 15 6. You owe me a shilling. Give it me.
Yes.
It's a saddened Bob Cratchit who wends his way homeward on Christmas Eve. He's thinking of his wife and family. But most of all, he's thinking of his youngest son, Tim. Tiny Tim, as all his brothers and sisters call him. Tiny Tim, who's been a cripple all his life. Meantime, let's follow Scrooge to his dismal, lonely lodgings, through the barren hallways to his upstairs bedroom, where after carefully locking the door and drawing the curtains, he lights a small fire and prepares for bed. Suddenly, from the depths of the house, he hears a clanking of chains. The noise of those chains comes closer, closer. Through the stout oak paneling of Scrooge's door, there comes a shadowy figure. A figure that's wound about with a chain of cash boxes and keys and padlocks and ledgers and heavy purses wrought in steel. Scrooge wets his lips and manages to speak.
Who are you?
Asked me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Marley? But you are dead.
Yes. I've been dead these 7 long years.
Why? Why do you trouble me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men. If that spirit does not go forth in life, it must do so after death.
You are bound in heavy chains.
I wear the chains I forged in life.
But why? Why?
Because in life my spirit never walked beyond the limits of our money-changing hold.
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business. Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence. All these were my business. It is at this time of year that I suffer most. To see the want I could have stopped, the suffering I could have solaced, the hunger I could have satisfied.
That may be true, but...
Hear me. I am here to warn you that you have one chance of escaping my fate. One chance, Ebenezer Scrooge.
What is it?
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
3 spirits? I think I'd rather not, Jacob.
Unless you suffer these 3 visitations, your fate will be the same as mine.
Jacob, don't leave me yet. Jacob.
Expect the first when the bell tolls 1. The second on the stroke of 2. The third upon the last vibration of 3.
Jacob! Jacob! Wait! Jacob!
Scrooge pleads in vain. Like a wisp of fog, the ghost slips out of the window. Scrooge weaves toward his bed, tumbles in, and pulls the coverlet over his head. It's 1 minute before 1. Scrooge pokes his head slowly from under the coverlet and trembles to a sitting position and looks nervously round. Suddenly, his room is flooded with light. The curtains on his bed are ripped apart. Scrooge is facing the first spirit.
Ebenezer Scrooge,
Yes.
I am the ghost of Christmas past. Arise from your bed and come with me.
What is your business?
Your welfare, your reclamation. Come, step up on the windowsill.
The windowsill. But...
Have no fear. Bear but a touch of my hand on your heart, and you shall be safe.
We'll fall. We'll fall.
No, we won't fall. We'll fly easily and gently across the London rooftops. high above the chimneys,